So here we are at the last part, third part of emerging platforms. And you've watched the interviews with Jamie and Corey about Bitcoins. They talked about how they are miners that create the code for the coins and traders that sell the codes on their websites, wallets where you can keep your coins stored and trade with other people, and everyone keeps this blockchain ledger of a book of all the transactions that cannot be altered because everyone adds to it on everyone's computer. You would have to change everyone's computer to change that ledger. This is sort of the security of the Bitcoin or blockchain in general. So of course, the value of the Bitcoin is very volatile, goes up and down. So we talked about that, but it can be used for so much more than just the money. It's just another security system. I think that in the future will be used quite more. There are other coins than Bitcoin. Ethereum was a split to make it a quicker transactions. Corey mentioned that. There are other ones coming up all the time. I don't know how successful they will be. And there are usually forks and splits where they break it up into smaller other currencies. So in the future, there will be a lot more cashless payments. We already see that everywhere. We can pay everywhere with the card, with the phone, maybe Apple Pay. In the future, we don't need cash printed in the same way. Probably not anymore, not as much as they used to be. In the public transport, you can already pretty much use it without cash. You can just scan the barcode. Now with Corona, that was a new experience that many people got used to. This barcode is a QR code. I think it first started in Asia. I've definitely seen it around there a lot more in Japan. I was wondered why it hasn't really caught on here, because under bus stops you could have barcodes and you could scan exactly what you already wanted to shop and it would be delivered to your house, maybe even before you got home. But they can also be easily scanned. For example, this bike share company, someone just put a sticker over it that led you to a website that looked just like the website, like the bike website, and then you would type in your passwords and revealing a lot of information about yourself. So that was a danger. Need to be careful about that. This is a restaurant in Tokyo where you can use a barcode and you can make your order beforehand on the phone. You could even have it stored like your favorite instead of ordering again and again. But some people also like to study the menu before they go to the restaurant because they might not feel comfortable sitting there going through all the items and researching. Maybe they have dietary restrictions. They'd like to find out what this food is. This way, you could order up front. Once you walk in the restaurant, the phone registers that you arrived at the location, and then you will be served the food that you ordered in advance. So this system could be used for this. Is another interesting way to use this system. So I started to see them all over the city, and you can scan them in the magazines that would bring you to the website for more information. I have them on my business cards with my contact information. So instead of people having to type in my number, they can just scan the barcode. It automatically loads to their phone's contact list. The other barcode is my website if they want to see my work. I think it's quite a practical way. I'm surprised that credit cards haven't been used this way. Why do we have to type in those numbers? Isn't there like a way that the phone can just scan this code instead? It would be much easier. I'm surprised that we still have to physically type in this number. Another kind of new technology that's a bit frightening is face recognition. At first, this could be a useful security feature on phones for unlocking or your doors or something like that. And it was developed by the CIA in the past. Back then, they used mugshots of people because those were the pictures that they had access to. There's a new show on Netflix now called Connected. And the first episode, if you have a chance to watch it, it's quite interesting to talk about face recognition and how that changed now that there are so many more images around that people can scan in to enlarge their database. And one of the big sources are dating apps, for example, or social media, where people just willingly upload all their photos from themselves from any kind of angle, and how they changed over time as well. So this algorithm can scan all these pictures for free, which in the past, we would have been outraged about someone collecting all this private data about us. But these days, we just willingly just put it on the platforms ourselves. So that's kind of the joke in this whole thing. And there could be dangers like deepfake. Someone could take a video and alter it and make it change the words, and it looks like it's a real video. Of course, there could be fake reviews that bots are writing good reviews for a product that are not real people that haven't even bought this product. But at the same time that these fakes can be created, the programs can also be used to detect the fakes. So the algorithms could be reverted to see if these reviews are real or if this is a deep fake. There are certain ways you can look at the pixels to make sure this is authentic or not. And there are websites like Review Meta or FakeSpot here in the bottom that let you browse and see if these are real. There are even writing bots that scanned millions of Reddit posts and the ones that were uploaded the most and came up with an algorithm to see what is the most likely sentence structure in these sentences and then make sentences out of these random words and write text that's pretty much gibberish. You can detect it because it doesn't make any logical sense, or you can very easily, there could be a few sentences that actually make sense, but then you come across stuff that is obviously not. But if you get drowned by these bots and millions of reviews, then maybe you don't even find the real reviews anymore. So there's a danger of this artificial intelligence taking over. And digital rights have been notoriously not a thing of our politicians. I think a lot of our politicians don't really know how to protect this from new tech giants that collect all this data. So I'm a little bit worried about that. And I think it's very important for us to get more educated. And so being here in this course for you, it's kind of a great step to do that, because you might be the next one to control the laws for digital rights. I think it's really important to watch that this doesn't become like a surveillance state. Yeah, I put this here at the end. When nothing is found on the website, it's called the 404 page. That's the code, that the web code that means that there's nothing found. I put this here. I thought it was kind of funny. You could write something like nice in the microcopy. I think I should do that next because mine is pretty boring there. I put the name John Travolta up there because I always keep forgetting his name. Just so. Thank you. This was the last part of the Emerging Platforms Part 3.